We'll start with the TypeScript classes, right? Classes, and why do you need the class? Before having the class, what JS was having, right? Let me open one file, and here I can say car.js. I'm having something called as car.js, right? So there is one concept called as IIFE, right? So immediately invocable function expression. Immediately invocable function expression is nothing but the IIFE. Right, now what is IIFE? Let's see. Let I would be having, and I'm going to say car is equals to, right? So car is equals to, see this, one round bracket, another one round bracket. This is nothing but the call. So this is a call, and here in the first curly brace I am going to write expression, and second one is the call. So expression is in the terms of function like this. See, so what I did, two round brackets. First one is the expression and second one is the call. Immediately invocable function expression is like this. IIFE, immediately invocable function expression. So this thing is called as function expression and this thing is called as invocation, right? And I can write function over here like this. This is also valid syntax if I want to work with the functions, right? Functions can be represented in the arrow format. Here you can write the function or you can write the arrow, one and same. And this thing is called as module in the JS. This single thing is called as module in the JS, right? I can have two modules. Let engine is equals to one more IIFE. Here you need to have function. To one I would be writing arrow, and to another one I would be writing simple or traditional function. So you can compare it. So this and this are exactly same. These two are exactly same. This and this are same. So this is one module. I can say module 1, and here I can say module 2. And these two modules are interdependent. One module, another module. Remember that this is the function, this is the function. It is going to return, right, one object. It would be returning one JavaScript object. I am returning object from here. So here I have written one variable whose name is engine, and that is wrapped inside function, and that function is returning what? One object, JavaScript object. Now what I said, this car is dependent on the engine. Car is dependent on the engine, right? Car is dependent on the engine. Means if you want to run the car, you need to have engine. Means there is an internal dependency on the car and the engine. So car is dependent on the engine, and this dependency can be described. See, here I am going to pass one parameter, right? Here I am going to pass one parameter, say eng is the parameter, and here we are calling, here you are calling the function. So this level of JS you might not have seen before, right? This is absolute corporate level JS. So in the companies, they write the frameworks that would be in this syntax. Modular. More than this, they use the require.js and many other things. I'm not going in that deeper level because we don't need it in the Angular. Angular is classical wrapper over your classical JS. Right? So we are going to think in the terms of TypeScript only. So I am just giving you brief behind the curtain. What's happening? What's happening behind the curtain? That's what I'm telling you over here. Right? I'll explain you how this is, what you can say, how this is, this would be useful for you in the understanding. You'll get to know. Right? But consider that this is a car, this is an engine. So function expressions can be known as, what you can say, modules. And that's why this is nothing but the module design pattern. JS comes with one classical design pattern, which is nothing but the module design pattern. And this is the modules. Right? These are nothing but what? Modules. Now see, so you have car and you have engine. Right? And what did we say? Car is dependent on the engine. And here you have passed one parameter. And here you have called the function. This much is the function call. And from here, I'm going to pass object of engine. Like this. See. So this is a reference of engine. And I have passed this reference over here. This reference is available for me to use it. So I can have one thing, BHP. How many BHP this engine is? So I can have 1700 BHP. Like this. Right. It is an oil coolant. Oil cool, you can say true. Yes is represented in the terms of true. So it is going to return me one object. It is going to return me one object, and that object would be having keys. Means this module is going to return one object, and that object is nothing but this engine. This engine is injected into this another module. I'm talking about dependency injection. This thing is called as classical principle of DI, which is nothing but dependency injection. This car is dependent on the engine. Right? So you created one variable engine over here. This engine variable you have passed at the time of calling. Right? At the time of calling. And here you are passing it. This engine and this are the same. Now I can use this eng inside the function, this function. So here I can log it, console dot, what you can say, log, and I can say backticks, and here I can say BHP is dollar, what you can say, eng dot BHP, likewise. And then I can say oil cool, and here I can say dollar and eng dot oil cool. Simple. So car is dependent on the engine, and this dependency injection you have performed like this. You have performed like this. Car is dependent on the engine. And this is how two modules would be speaking with each other. Right? This is how two modules would be speaking with each other. Right? So I'll continue next thing in the next video.